Most business owners have no idea how much money they're leaving on the table, and it's killing their growth. Look, if you're running ads, selling products, and booking calls, but not tracking your numbers like a savage, you're playing the game blindfolded. That's why I'm about to walk you through the ultimate product ascension funnel calculator. This is the kind of tool that turns ad spend into millions by showing you exactly how to tweak, where to optimize, and how to stack your offers like a pro. By the end of this training, you won't just know your numbers, you'll know how to sequence every last dollar out of your funnel and scale like a machine. Let's get into it. So as you can see here, I have the product ascension funnel calculator, and I was already working with clients. I've helped develop this calculator over the many years. I've worked with over 700 clients over the last 7 years. And I'll tell you one thing, when they don't know their numbers, their business fails. And so we're going to dive right in through how can you use this calculator to help you get the ultimate confidence and clarity in your business. And so as you see here, we're going to go through some of the editing parts of this funnel calculator. Anything that's yellow, you can edit. If it's not yellow, please don't edit. You're just going to mess up all the formulas and all the cool stuff that I put into this thing. So with that being said, anybody can recreate this. Go for it, have at it. But guess what? I'm giving it to you all for free. So if you'd like a copy of this, type calculator down below and I'll send you a free copy. So what we have here is the monthly ad spend. We're going to break down and go through all of this and what each section actually means and stands for. And so the yellow parts we fill in. We have these numbers. And if you don't have these numbers, then you probably don't have a business already. You're not driving traffic and you don't have them. That's okay. Please don't use this calculator yet. You're not there. There's a lot of people that need this calculator because they are doing these activities. So monthly ad spend. Typical monthly ad spend for someone running ads to a low ticket offer, ascending up into a high ticket offer, a high product offer, typically is going to be spending anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 in the lower stages. But I have worked with and seen other companies that are using anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 per month for their ad spend for their funnels. And so we're going to break down the lower end tier, and then we'll break down what it looks like when you're spending above six figures. So we're going to start off with the $10,000 price point. Actually, you know what? Let's start more realistic. Most of you here, I want to debunk a lot of things. If you're doing low ticket products and you haven't built out your product ladder, your product ascension, where you're taking people from a low ticket to a high ticket, then stop what you're doing. Don't go any further. You need to have already developed a high ticket product first or service and worked your way backwards to building a low ticket. It's not the other way around. You don't start building low ticket first and then go to high. I know it's backwards and everybody in the industry is telling you don't do low ticket first or do low ticket first. I am going to tell you right now, do not do low ticket first. Trust me, it is a nightmare and it will take you forever to get low ticket to work and you won't make $1 and you end up giving up. I don't want that to be you. If you're out here to build a business, start with a high ticket offer first. So if that's you and you don't have this funnel in place, if you don't have these products in place already, stop the video, pause, head over to my group, and let's get you building your high ticket offer first. Okay, so for those of you that are here that have a high ticket offer, that have a mid ticket offer, that are hosting regular events, mid ticket regular events, and you have low ticket digital products out there ready to sell, this is the funnel and training for you. So most times ad spend for these kind of funnels are going to be around $5,000. What are your actual lead costs? We need to figure that out. Are you getting leads at $2, $3, $6, $10? On average from Facebook, and at least in my experience and the folks that I've helped with and consulted with, they're getting about $2 per lead when they work with me. Now, that may be different from you, but we're going to go with that metric because I have real data around that. If your lead cost is different, please insert it in here. That's the whole point. With a $5,000 monthly ad spend at $2 per lead, you're looking at a roughly 2,500 leads this month for this 30 days. This is a 30-day calculator, which means if you convert 15%, if you convert 5% of those leads into actual calls, strategy sessions, that's roughly 125 calls on the calendar for your team. And then, of course, if you have a great 20% conversion rate, you're going to get 25 customers from a $5,000 ad spend. Now remember, your funnel has to convert at these numbers, which we're going to get to down here at the bottom in a second. But essentially, these are your core numbers for the month. Then it's also going to break down your actual cart value, front end revenue, total campaign revenue, and then total revenue minus ad spend. So you know what you're dealing with afterwards. Now, as you can see here, these numbers are inflated. Why? Because we have a high ticket price of $20,000 over here. Some of you may not have this going right now. Most of you, your high ticket price is around $3,500. That may be your offer. So let's work with that. And you see how the numbers shift. With that being said, now let's get into our low ticket offer. What are we selling it for? $97, $47. Typically under $97 is very, very low ticket. And nowadays, I would say the $24 mark is actually, some people are using $24. So we're going to go with $24. Our goal is to shoot for 5%. That is the goal. Now we know that's stellar numbers. We may not achieve 5%. So what are we going to go with? Let's go with 1%. This is the beauty of having a calculator. So we can play with this and map this out if we have a new offer coming out and how well it would perform based on our current numbers and our current metrics around our funnels. That's going to yield 25 customers, and the revenue is going to be about $600. Then you want to hit them with an order bump, your one-time offer. What is that going to be? Typically, this needs to be something like some sort of event, mastermind ticket, boot camp ticket. Maybe it's some sort of book bundle, maybe another product. It has to be something completely different than the original, and it needs to be more in value. Typically, that's going to go for $297. You're looking for a 25% conversion rate as a standard, but we all know we can't be the best at all of our funnels, and let's be fair. Let's say we're only getting a 10% conversion rate. That's only 2.5 customers. That still yields $247, which is pretty awesome still. Now we want to get into our second order bump, our next offer in the order. And again, it needs to ascend in price and value and service. So you have another one-time offer for a $997 product. And this could be a few strategy sessions together. This could be a mastermind ticket, not just a boot camp, but a mastermind ticket, because masterminds and boot camps are two separate kind of events. Could be a wide variety of things. $997 could be $697, $997. Typically, that's the range anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Again, the goal is to get to 25%. That's the goal. Will you achieve that? Probably not. And if you are, kudos. I love it. So we're going to be fair here and go 10%. With 10%, you're not really getting a customer here. So we definitely need to bring these numbers up or spend more money. Now, we don't really want to spend more money if we don't have to, but for this example here, we're going to spend enough money so this equals to one customer. So let's go change our ad spend. We probably need to spend about $8,500. Nope, totally off. See, so this is where things get tricky and dicey when you're running a business and you don't know your numbers and you don't know how much you need to spend in order to get an actual conversion for this one-time offer, the second order bump. So it's looking like that only went up about half. So we probably need to spend about $19,000. Yep. You're looking at, so I'm just going to do a flat $20,000. So with a 10% conversion on the second order bump, we would have to spend $20,000 at a 10% conversion rate in order to get one customer from this offer. But Matthew, that's spending way more money I would like to spend. It doesn't if you look at your entire funnel and what it's going to generate. And this is why the biggest businesses in the world, the Alex Hormozis, the Grant Cardones, the Gary Vaynerchuks, the anybody who runs in a funnel and has everything dialed in, the Tony Robbins, the Ty Lopez's, the Billy Jeans, they understand this fundamental reason, how you build a business, how you understand the numbers, and why you can spend $20,000 and you're going to get a 10x, 10.5x ROAS. Because it's not just the first product we're selling. Absolutely, we lose money all day long if you're just selling a low ticket product and you have to spend $20,000. And you're only converting 1% of that. That's why people give up in the game. That's why you're here, and you're learning the tricks of the trade. You're going to become a master at the product ascension funnel, and you're going to make sure you have your numbers in place before we even launch and spend a single dollar. All right, now if you're liking this so far, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, whatever it is that you're doing. If you'd like a copy of this, put calculator as a comment. I'll make sure we get the link sent over to you. You'll get access to this. The training's already here live on YouTube, so wonderful. But I want to make sure you guys do that. Show your boy some love. Like the channel. That's the only way you can support me. I don't want your money. I'm trying to give everything out absolutely free. There is nothing on the back end of any of this. So if you want it, subscribe, like it, share it, and leave calculator down below as a comment. Okay, so back to this area over here. Now we get to our high ticket product. We're typically at $3,500. You can adjust this based on your numbers and what you're offering. And that's a typical 5% conversion from a strategy call, right? So you have your conversion rate, which means how much of a conversion rate do I need from my leads to a strategy session? 5% is the goal. That's where we want to be at. But let's be fair. Let's say it's only 2%. Let's say you're underperforming in all the metrics. You're not hitting the top KPI. Your funnel is underperforming, and it could perform at the basics. It's underperforming. Let's just leave it at that. Even if it's underperforming, and you have your close rate here at the high ticket offer, 20% is the standard industry across the board as a good standard metric. But your sales team sucks. Let's face it. They're not good. They're not you. They can't close at 60% and 80%. All things that we hear about, why can't my team close like me? I close 100% of the people I talk to. We can't have that expectation on our team. So let's say your team is averaging a 10% close rate. Subpar, probably like on the fence of finding new salespeople. But here's where you get to put your mind at ease as a business owner when you're managing your team, your VAs, your sales team, even if they're underperforming. If you have the right funnel in place, if you have the right metrics and know how much to spend, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be in the green, right? We're still going to have total revenue after ad spend. You're still making $56,000 on a $20 ad spend. Now, that's not that 10x ROAS we just talked about. This is more or less of a 2.5 ROAS, 2.5x ROAS. And what is ROAS, Matthew? Return on ad spend. That means you put $20,000, you put $1 in, you get $3 back, $3.50 back. That is Facebook, that is ads, but you have to have the funnel, the products, the systems, the offer in place. So for those of you that have all of this stuff in place and you don't understand what the hell any of it means, and you're not converting and the numbers don't make sense, and you're just trying everything, this is what you need. Okay, so now that we have this example broken down, now that we've gone through what each of these things mean, let's get down to the actual funnel KPI breakdown. I added this cool little tool down here at the bottom. You just hit this little plus button. It's the group button. It disappears and it comes out of nowhere. This is going to give you an exact idea which each of these inputs stands for. Your monthly ad spend. What's your cost per lead? And it's going to give you your general range. Now, that's the range that we'd like to see. But if it's different, this is where you get to have fun. Well, Matthew, we're paying $35 a lead right now. Well, then put in $35 a lead. If you're putting in $35 a lead, this is how many leads you're going to get. And I don't know why it did my decimals that way. We don't care for the decimals. Let's get rid of these decimals. We don't need any of these decimals. Boom, right? It's going to tell you $35 a lead at all of these poor conversion rates. Yeah, you are negative $15,000. No wonder you're bleeding. But you're not. You're working with me. You're getting some help. You're paying $10 a lead max. Now look at your numbers. Bam. Still down 4,000. Not good. So even then, $10 a lead is too much for you, especially when you have these low conversion rate, these low numbers here. We got to pump these numbers up, right? These are some rookie numbers. So if we go back to the standard 20%, now we're getting above water. That's the beauty of a calculator like this. You can play, mix and match, and you can determine exactly how the funnel will perform based on a set of numbers and metrics based on previous performance. So anyways, I digress. Down here, this is going to give you everything you need to learn and understand each of these sections here for you. And it's going to give you some general places to aim, where to aim, where does the metric need to be. So when you and your team are going back and looking at the funnel and you're trying to look at your front end conversion rate and you're getting 0.5%. I don't even know if I did that right. Nope. I always mess this up. 0.05. Let's do percent. Nope. So 0.5% is 0.005. When you're 0.5%, that's your actual number. And you're looking down here and you're wondering why, like, my low ticket funnel is not working based on our ad spend. Yeah, this is why. You know exactly what it is. So you can play with the numbers, what you want to achieve. Ideally here, low ticket price, low ticket, you're looking for 1 to 10%. I know it's a wide range. That's why I went with 1 originally. But let's say you are converting at the highest. You are a stud. You are a rock star. Now look at these numbers, right? That's pretty cool. Now you're converting on this ad spend. You're almost making $5,000 on this low ticket product on the front end, right out the gate, which is pretty cool. So play around with this, go through each of these columns here, get to know your numbers, get to understand what they are, what you're aiming for. I've done all the work for you. I've compiled this out of my brain of being in the industry for 7 years. This calculator is a culmination of other calculators that I've been able to be a part of and help create in the different programs that I have been with. And I will be fully transparent. Most in some of the language and verbiage in this calculator that was developed by Aaron Fletcher over at the Fletcher Method. I have to give him props. A lot of the mentorship that I did and I worked with over there for 3 years, coaching and consulting, 700, well, it wasn't 7 with him, but coaching and consulting with him for 3 years. I worked with over 400 plus clients at that one company. These were the tips and the tools that we trained on and that we utilized when it comes to running ads. That's where I became an expert around understanding and identifying and helping our customers launch and scale their ad campaigns. This was a version of the calculator that Aaron had originally created. And as you all know, I'm not here to steal without giving credit where credit is due. But I've made enough adjustments to this calculator to where now it's mine and I'm giving it to the people, and I don't want $1 from you. All I'd like you to do is support the channel. Comment calculator down below so I can send it to you for free and you can make a copy. And if and only if you really want to come and work with me, because I don't take on clients right now, I have an awesome group that you can join. It's $5 a month, and I'm not going to oversell it. You either show up to my Tuesday calls where I help and coach people every single week, called Tech Savvy Tuesday, for $5 a month. You can't get better than that. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to bring more. I will be bringing more video and content and walkthroughs just like this for all my entrepreneurs, all my business owners, all my coaches, consultants, and experts, anybody who needs help, resources, clarity, and confidence around your business and making the right, smart, data-driven decisions. Stick around, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Take care.